A case has just come to everyone's attention and has now become the talk of the town. A case so hypocritical that it is exposing the dark truth that when America wants, it can make anyone disappear. When America wants, it can make the law move faster than light. But when America doesn't want it, even if the person before them has blood on his hands and is a convicted criminal, the same law becomes blind, deaf, and conveniently silent. This is the shocking case of the arrest of the British journalist Sami Hamdi. British political commentator Sami Hamdi, a respected journalist, a man known across international media for his sharp analysis of Western hypocrisy, was detained by U.S. federal immigration authorities at San Francisco International Airport. He had just finished addressing the annual CAIR Gala in Sacramento, California, where he spoke about Gaza, the so-called U.S.-brokered ceasefire, and the Western plans to dominate the post-war governance of Palestine. The very next morning, ICE officers detained him. No charges or explanation was given, just silence and confinement. The Trump administration, yes, the same administration that preaches freedom of speech, justified the detention by claiming Hamdi supports extremism and undermines American safety. But the Council on American Islamic Relations, CAIR, called it what it truly is: a blatant affront to free speech and a punishment for criticizing Israel's assault in Gaza. Hamdi's wife revealed he was held without legal representation, without consular access, and without communication with his family. But here's the contrast that burns through the conscience of the world and exposes the sheer hypocrisy of the Trump administration. When the International Criminal Court, the ICJ, issues arrest warrants for war criminals, the U.S. refuses to comply. When Israeli officials are accused of committing mass termination and ethnic cleansing, the U.S. president pulls the chair for them to sit, and the entire U.S. Congress rises in a standing ovation. They clap for the criminal but cage the man who speaks against the crime. It is very clear that the arrest was not at all because of any violation of immigration law or about national security or extremism, because Hamdi is not guilty of any of it. This is about the selective morality of the U.S. that uses justice as a weapon and silence as a shield. When the oppressed raise their voice, they are branded as extremists. When the oppressor drops bombs on sleeping children, he is called a defender of democracy. Sami Hamdi's arrest is not just an act of political intimidation. It is an exposure of the corrupt system of the US, UK, and the whole Western politics. The ones who lecture the Middle East countries and other countries like North Korea and China about freedom of expression and democracy are actually even worse than them, because at least those countries don't hide their actions and intentions, but the Western countries hide their dictatorship and tyranny under the disguise of freedom and secularism. It is crystal clear that Sami Hamdi was only arrested because he dared to speak against the injustices in Gaza carried out by the Israeli government in full public view, and was calling out the Western world permission, as well as full support to Israel for making Israel carry out the most brutal assault of the decade. Yet today he is behind bars, and the ones whom he called out and whom the whole world slammed for their aggressions are the ones enjoying claps and cheers. That's all for today. If you found the video informative, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Jazakumullahu khairan.